Yes, hello everyone. It's once more a pleasure for me to communicate with those who watch me over Facebook and those who are interested in the struggle for social justice in Cameroon. My intervention today is mostly to hail the fun of Nso Binglo One. I just want to hail him for standing against the dictatorial regime of Paul Biya in its bid to take over the water project, the community water project of the people of Nso. So I just want to invite the people of Nso and peace-loving people in Cameroon to stand with the people of Nso in this struggle against the dictatorial regime of Paul Biya. We cannot allow the regime of Paul Biya to take over the Nso water project. And I just want to talk to the phone of Nso. You have the peace-loving people of Cameroon behind you. Really, today is Saturday. It's a weekend. I'm out with my kids. I had no plan of communicating with the freedom fighters back home in Cameroon, but I just treat it as a subject of urgency, and that's why I am making a statement. And my statement is in support of the fun of Nso in the standoff that he's having against the regime, the dictatorial regime of Paul Biya. We cannot allow the regime to take over that water project. And I want to tell the regime, the regime in Yaoundé, there are so many other localities in Cameroon that need potable water. There are so many localities. So instead of you putting your resources to go and seize over a project that was built by the people of Nso, you should take their resources and transfer it somewhere else and build water projects for our communities. And this cut really across our plans for the people of Cameroon. We strongly believe that communities in Cameroon should be encouraged to come up with projects just as the Nso people did, to come up with viable projects. And that's why we stand for federalism. Federalism is the best option that's going to uplift Cameroon, and that's going to take us from this quagmire in which the regime in Yaoundé has plunged us. Because with federalism, communities around the country will be semi-autonomous, and if they are empowered, they would come up with projects that would answer, that will resolve their issues. Just as the people of Nso, they knew that they needed water, and the government was not responding to that need. They put their resources together, they built up their water project, and why would the government want to seize it from them? What I'm noticing with Cameroon is that the government has seized 34 years ago. The government of Cameroon ceased from being a solution to the problems of the people of Cameroon. The government has become the problem, and we are seeing this with regards to the Nso water project. That's the water project for the people of Mbaso. Even if they are having issues, as some people might say, that there are some issues that's going on between the fund and maybe the council, but the solution will not be for the government to go and seize that water project. No, it's not going to happen. So please, let's stand up and speak for the people of Nso. I still say again, today wasn't a day that I had no plans to address the people of Cameroon, but with a situation like the one that we are facing right now, it's very important that every peace-loving person should stand up and make a statement in support of communal development, because what's happening in Nso is communal development. And I just want to reiterate the fact that the situation of Cameroon really epitomizes, this aspect of government not being the solution to the problems of the people. The people, they had a problem and they came up with their solution, and now the government wants to seize it. The government is not good at managing water. We know what the government of Cameroon did when they had control over the SNEC. That's the Société Nationale des Eaux du Cameroon. That's the Cameroon Water Corporation. They bankrupt that that entity. And then they have Cam water. We all know the type of water that is flowing out of the faucet in Cameroon when you turn on your water. We know that because of this government, communities across the nations have been ravaged by cholera just because of the type of water that comes out from the faucet. So there's water of death that this government is giving to the people. So we cannot entrust the government with taking care of the water project in So. So Fonbinglo of So, kudos to you. The people of Cameroon are behind you. Irrespective of whatever problems are existing within the So community, they can resolve that problem without allowing the government to get involved. The worst solution that can come out from the situation in So is for the government to take over that water. Because if government takes over that water, by experience or from experience, death will be flowing out of the faucets. Colored water will be what you'll be drinking in So. So please, peace-loving people of Cameroon, let's all stand by and support the people of So. So I just took a break from my family moment with my boys. We are trying to have our weekends together, but due to the pending issues, due to the standoff that's occurring in So, and I'm very concerned with what is happening in So, and my concern is due to the fact that the regime in Yaoundé would break all bounds to want to take over that water if the people don't put forth a strong resistance. That the regime they'll be willing to use even the military, just as they did in February 2008. So that regime is a dead squad. So it's time for us to start talking, and if we can echo this all over the country, then the regime will know that we are serious. So people of So, be rest assured, don't give up the fight, stand for your right. That water, you guys build it, it belongs to you. If the government want, they can build their own project. They can build their own water project in So and supply water. But I'm still saying, there are many communities like in Kolfata, in Mulundu, even in Ngi, we need water. So if the government think that they can manage water, let them go and build water stations in localities where there's no water, rather than trying to step in and take over the water project of the people of So. So there is nothing that warrants this regime to take over the water project of So. So we stand by the people of So, and the program that we are proposing to the people of Cameroon will take care of situations like this, because we are proposing to the people of Cameroon that if you entrust us with the reins of power, we will put in place a federal structure, and the federal structure will give opportunity for communities to emulate the examples, like the examples in So, where people would have projects that are geared towards their needs. That is what we're talking about. We believe in communal development. We believe in self-reliance. And the people of So, through this project, these water projects have proven that self-reliance is the way to go. You cannot keep relying on the government. We will not even encourage people. When we will take over the country, we will not want communities to rely on us for everything. So we have to empower communities to be self-reliant. That is the way to go, self-reliance. So we have to continue to build the resistance around government taking over everything when they can't even manage anything. All right, thank you. God bless you. This is just a statement that I wanted to make. I had to cut off from my busy Saturday schedule. I didn't plan to make any statement today, but I really felt the necessity to pronounce myself, because I know that if the people of Cameroon are not alerted with what's happening in So, the next thing that we are going to realize is there will be human carnage. The regime is going to use its military force to suppress and kill people over there in So. So we are even calling on General Ivo, who is very close to Paul Biya, that he should pay attention on what's going on in So. We don't want this regime to use force against the people of Saw over a project that was put in place by the sons and daughter of Saw. So Ivor Yenwo, General Ivor Yenwo, I want you to use your position. I'm also calling on the Prime Minister. He's from that area. So, Mr. Prime Minister, make sure that there is peace in Saw. Make sure that there will be no bullet fired in Saw, because the doom of this regime may come from Saw. If one soul is gone down, the people of Cameroon will not take that line down, because that water project in Saw belongs to the people of Saw. They had a need for water, and then they worked for it. So we should encourage them. We should empower them. So thank you all for taking off your time and listening to this and spreading this message that we are for the people of Saw. I call on my party, the SDF, to also take a stand. I know, let's go by principle and not convenience. Maybe a convenient solution will be for the government to take over that water project. But I want to say, when principle and convenience clash, we have to stand by principles, because principles do not respect personal paradigms. Principles are impersonal, but convenience, you can manipulate over convenience, and convenience is personal. So faced with the convenience of the government taking the water project and the principle of communal development and self-reliance, we should go for the principles of communal development and self-reliance, which is being applied by the people of Saw, and the fund of Saw, from Binglo 1, is standing for that, and we have to give him all our support. God bless the people, the peace-loving people of Cameroon.